So far, this has not been a great experience. I've never, I guess, wasted this much time trying to figure out what to do or what's going on. It's time. Uh, I I can't find. I don't know where my chair is, so I'm taking my wife's. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to TR3 Outdoors. As you can see, officially got hats. You can get those on wakeswell.com. Um, it's been a minute. I am really excited to get back into camping and just do the thing. I'm super excited to do it. So this time I'm going to this park called Fort Richardson State Park. It is on the west side of the DFW area, and it seems to have a lot of history to this place. I don't know everything. I kind of want to get there and read the plaques and do all that stuff there. But for the most part, it seems really cool. So that's what we're doing today. You know how this goes. Enjoy the music and the ride there B-roll. Oh, and I'm gonna enjoy some snacks. Not sponsored. Okay, so this one's a bit different. Looks like I don't really understand how to check in. So I'm gonna go inside and see if I can figure this out. Well, I just saw some fellow photographers pass by with what looked like a 200 to 400 Canon L, which is like an amazing, like fantastic lens. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the front, get my picture or thumbnail or whatever it might be, and yeah, I'll see y'all when I'm done with that, I guess. Man, this is interesting. Just being in an area a lot different from East Texas. Um, so, just in case you guys didn't know, I went to East Texas first and then swapped over to West Texas. So, this is the first spot in West Texas, Fort Richardson State Park. And I kind of wanted to go down to Mineral Wells, but meh, I figured I'd go somewhere that I hadn't heard of just to spice it up. So there it is, Fort Richardson State Park. I don't know if the sign on the other side is the same. Oh, okay, yeah, it is the same. Sorry about the road noise. It's literally right by the main road that goes through this town. So, yeah, there it is. Now, what's weird is a giant hot dog right there. I don't know if you can see that. I'll also say I feel a lot less self conscious about holding my camera now that I've done this a few times. So maybe it just takes practice and a lot of not caring. All right, so we have our first spot here. Sorry about the sun, but we have a plaque. James B. Dosher, May 2nd, 1826 to January 27th, 1901. Moved to Texas in 1847, served in the Curatons Company of the Texas Rangers. I don't recall a whole lot of history class, which I'm sure most people can understand. There's a lot of folks that don't remember history class, but yeah, I kind of like this. The only thing I'm worried about West Texas is like rattlesnakes and scorpions. So I'm hoping they're not bad out this way. But so far. So here it is, as partially reconstructed in 1936, established by the United States War Department of November 26, 1867, as a protection of the frontier against hostile Indians, named in the honor of General Israel B. Richardson, abandoned May 23rd, 1878. Instead of living in these, they chose to live in tents. Interesting.
Hello.
Whoa. Hi.
If you have any questions when you look around, just feel free to ask. All historical buildings are open until 4:10.
Oh, that's a cool gun.
Back in 68, our cultural resources department actually went through metal detect and was looking for as many artifacts as they could find.
Gotcha.
But we get a lot that's donated from local families, like their families that were passed down and items that was passed down from when the sport was active. Which is really
Well, man, that is some really interesting history in there. So, from what I can recall, there were a bunch of battles against some Native American tribes, and it seems like because the current Americans wanted their supply of buffalo and buffalo skins, I guess there was probably some money to be made there. They tried to negotiate with some of the Native American tribes, and that didn't go over well with all of the tribes. So, the tribes that did negotiate and they were willing to cooperate, they were supposed to get some supplies, some food, and some other stuff. And unfortunately, the current Americans did not deliver. And because they didn't deliver, they got upset and they went back to their old way of life. So we were supposed to be helping. We, as in the Americans back then, ended up not helping the way that we promised. And so it made them upset. So they attacked the Americans attacked back, battle after battle after battle after battle. Now, it seems like this is maybe along the trail that goes near. This is William Stanton and Robert E. Stanton. Oh, these were kids. August 27th, 1873 to October 19th, 1874. And then 1871 to 1874, October 5th, and then October 19th. So they died literally weeks apart. That's crazy. But yeah, I'm like, history is such a funny thing because you can be told one story, and because of who you are, how you were raised, or where you were raised, or what you were taught to believe, you could believe one thing, but it ended up being something different. It's I don't know why the supplies weren't delivered, but you could say maybe it was a misunderstanding or they couldn't get them to him in time, whatever it might have been. Okay, this is the commander's quarters. Oh, it feels nice.
Like spot or what is the 18th?
There's a fireplace in every room.
Share 75 people.
Very conservative stuff.
Seems out of place. Castor oil.
Bro.
Man, this is just insane to see, like, how distanced all the buildings are. Like, each building has like an acre of space around it. And then, of course, the flag there. I'm not sure what that is, but that old bridge looks cool.
And something about the lake. It's like a
Is that a beaver? It is. Oh, okay. Actually, so this is kind of cool. So this road, what's a road now, is not actually a road. It used to be train tracks. Yeah, look at that. There's the little spot that people would get off on with the ramp over there. And I'm assuming where that rubble is where the old building, another old building was. But here's another one. And then there's more back there, the commissary, but it looks to be closed. So this must have been the like train house, another train house. Okay, yeah, this was an old railroad depot, and it looks like we can't go in it. But you may be able to see there's a phone right there. I'm guessing a lot of these buildings haven't been restored, so they're not providing access to them. But this is where people would stop. There were offices and stuff that people could go in to transition from, I guess, one train to the next or one place to the next, however you want to call it. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. And then the commissary back there is where people would go to eat. This is a fort. I mean, it's military, so. I don't see any plaque or anything about this. There's no information readily available here, so I'm not sure what the bridge is actually for. I mean, maybe there was train tracks on it at some point, but yeah, it's pretty cool. This is absolutely wild. Beautiful. Just flat. This old fort with windmills kicking in the background. All right, I think this is pretty cool too. The material that they used in between here. That's cool. I don't know. Okay, enlisted barracks. Oh yeah. This looks familiar, right? Yeah. Definitely looks familiar. Oh, the NCOs are separated. Wasps nest up there. And the NCO got to be by himself. There's a door. Oh, just more beds. So, according to the plaque on this building and the one from before, there was an understanding that if there weren't enough beds, you had a choice. Sleep inside somewhere or sleep in a tent. And from what I could see from the first building, it was really hot near the fireplace. But if it was cold, it was really cold on your back. So you either stayed in there and had to basically roast yourself back and forth, or sleep in a tent. And I imagine for some reason the tent must have been more comfortable because being cooped up in that small room with all those dudes may not have been the most comfortable thing. Pretty sure they didn't have fire extinguishers. And I'm guessing this is like a cellar. It's like they're still trying to work this side out. So just because before I ended up getting to that last building, because pretty much going to head back to the car from there. And I believe that's the hospital, which from what I could see is the probably the better example of their restoration. Not saying that they did bad with their restoration, but you know, just saying, probably the better one. Is this like a bathroom? Shower? I'm guessing before I see it. Okay, so this was actually the guardhouse. So it looked like these were different rooms that each guard would sleep in or use, or depending on what was going on. Looked like there was 4, maybe 5 rooms, so maybe they would sleep here, and then this big room back here may have been where they actually stood watch, or maybe this is where they slept. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. I know that the lady I was speaking to inside said that there's some type of diorama in the hospital, so when I get over there, we can see those. Okay, so this last building is what's called a magazine. And here, let me give you a little bit of a wider view of it. But this is called the magazine. And this is where they kept all their explosives, gunpowder, and all sorts of things like that. And apparently, yeah, these walls are 4 feet thick because if something exploded, they wanted it to cause as little damage as possible. So this is pretty cool. Look at that build. That is some crazy. And then there's holes in the walls. Wonder what the holes were for. But looks like they had to dig some of it out. Yeah, but that makes sense. Oh man, look at that. The square nails. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see that. Look at that thing. That's so cool. Crazy. Crazy. But hey, if you were storing explosives, you'd probably want a building that was this far away from everything. It looks insane, I know, but it's mostly because of how far away I am. But actually, let me see if I can track how many steps it is from here to the hospital. Okay, so far since I've gotten here at this spot, I'm at 6,083 steps. So let's see how many steps it is to the hospital to see how far away this thing is from everything else, which is strange. Actually, that makes more sense now why the guardhouse right there is the closest thing to all the ammunition and explosives because you didn't want people to get access to it. Oh, okay, I see. There's little slits in it, I guess, to let air flow through. But yeah, we're gonna see how many steps it is. All right, coming up on the hospital, and let's see what I stop at as far as steps. So at the steps, 6,242. Oh man, that air is cool. Man, wish my house felt like this.
It's like it's okay. It's not good. Nice going. So. coffee.
Doctor's office, I guess.
He's sad. I did things about.
They would take baths. That's crazy.
You're just fixing.
Bathrooms. So, pretty cool. Looks like they came to this place because the area they were in town just wasn't a good holdup. So they left there, came here, and then abandoned the place in 1878, I think they said. So that's the hospital. And then this is the morgue. That's pretty much it to this building. So, well, overall, this is pretty cool. Pretty interesting place. I like how, because how the building is made out of actual stone, it's really cool. I wonder how it is in the summertime though, but I mean, you open the doors and let the air blow in, and it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I think the part that I find interesting about places like this is they seem to tie together the history of some of the people who were here previously, just to kind of throw in some extra facts to make it interesting, I guess. But one of the interesting things was I'm sure most people have heard of the song Buffalo Soldier from Bob Marley. Um, Long time ago, I don't listen to that anymore, but it's just interesting that Buffalo Soldier was a derogatory term, and that term was turned into a term of honor um, after it was attempted to be used as negative. So that's pretty cool. Um, and then there was a battalion that was stationed here. And while they were stationed here, I guess they went somewhere and then they ended up getting captured and held by the Japanese during World War II. Mobilized at Fort Richardson, Jacksboro, Texas, 25th of November 1940, captured by the Japanese forces on the 8th of March, 1942, and liberated 15th of August, 1945. That's crazy. So anyone with a star died. Everyone who didn't have a star survived. Oh, interesting. All right, yeah, that was really interesting. The history of this place. I kind of like the old forts. Come and seeing the old building ruins and all the stuff that goes into this. All the history behind it. It's actually pretty cool. Well, it is 2:42 and looks like I still got quite a bit of daylight left, so I'm going to go get camp set up and do my thing. Okay, it seems I'm at my campsite, and it's different. It's really, really different. Let's get out and see first. But yeah. So I will say the view here is crazy. And it's really quiet. But there's somebody right there. Per usual. All right, y'all. I'm going to have to go and see these other spots because as of right now, spot 9 is not what I thought it was. This is basically a spot for if you're going to be staying in a trailer. And I don't have a trailer. And even with the trailer, this spot is sad. So I'm going to look at these other available spots and then see if I can switch. Okay, so far, and I'm sorry about the audio, but so far this has not been a great experience. I've never, I guess, wasted this much time trying to figure out what to do or what's going on. But the cabin is cool. I guess I could sleep in there, and I have enough charge to where I can make it to another charger on the way home. But it's just kind of crazy how, yeah, as long as I'm at, let's see, I'm at 35%. So I could make it to the Tesla charger at 15%, which isn't bad. Yeah. I don't want to have to do that though. I guess this trip just can't get right. Um, so right now, I am headed back to my campsite, and the reason why I had to come back again to the station here, when I tried to plug in my charger into the outlet outside, it's actually like arcing, like you can hear it. And I'm like, I know a little bit about electricity, and you don't want to lose connection, because that gap with that connection, and it's gonna start burning your connector, and then it could start a fire. And I'm like, yeah, no, let's not mess with that. So I don't know, man. This is kind of insane. I'm here next to the windmills generating electricity, and the campsite that I'm at, all of a sudden, I don't have enough room. And then I move again, and now it's arcing. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. That might be what this video is called. You cannot make this up. Okay, that was crazy. So the electricity, well, it worked, but unfortunately, the outlets, I guess because they had been used so much, they had gotten loose. So yeah, they had to replace the outlet, the 120, and for some reason, this adapter is not working for the 240 on the 30 amp, or whatever it is on the 30 amp. I don't know. Anyway, let's get this stuff out and get set up. All right, guys, I figured I would take some time, just kind of sit down and talk about whatever's been going on the past couple of weeks. So, as you know, before, like I said, with everything kind of getting back to normal, with the holidays being done, I wasn't going to have a whole lot of time to camp. At least if I wanted to make it and do my normal stuff. Now, with the holidays over, I can go, like I said before, once or twice a month, depending on what's happening. And depending on when I go, I might miss some things. Like today, we volunteer on the first Saturday of every month, and I wasn't able to go because, I wanted to come out here and go camping. And I'm not saying like it's a bad thing because I had to choose one over the other. I'm just saying I did have to choose one. And with that being said, I want to make sure that when I say what I say, it's understood that I'm not saying this is bad because I can't do these things. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that because there's a lot going on in my life, I have to carve out time from other things to make sure that I can do this for you guys. And don't get me wrong, I really, really enjoy doing this. So don't think I'm like saying anything bad. I think I've reiterated that probably twice at this point. So I guess if I was to shorten it, I just want to say thanks. And I know I said that last video, but I want to say it again. Thank you. So with that being said, things have started to slow down here, ramp up there. Work is starting to ramp up, but work is work, right? I do actually have a small business I'm trying to kick off. As you guys know, I told you about the book and the shirts, and I made hats for the channel too. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you guys want a hat, wakeswell.com. But as a whole, I do want to actually get into making something that's not just for someone to wear, but something that's going to be useful. I've had an idea for a while. I just don't know how to kick it off. So if anybody in who's watching this video, if you know anything about product development and like how to start that process, I don't want to say what my idea is, but I just need to know how to start the process. I know I can look it up on YouTube, but I think it's a little different when it's coming from somebody who genuinely wants you to succeed. Not that those people don't, but it's a little bit different. You know what I mean? When it's more like a mentor type of situation. So I guess with that, I also want to give a bit of a life update. Um, so me and the wife are having another kid. Um, we're having our first boy. Really excited about that. No joke, legit cried when the lady doing the scan um, told us it was a boy. Like I was really happy. Not that, don't get me wrong, I love my girls, but it's different. And we're gonna be taking a vacation here in the next month or so. I don't know if I'm gonna put that on this channel because I know how YouTube is about stuff that has kids. And I mean, first off, I want to protect my kids, protect my wife as well. But also with that, I know how YouTube can be and they can like shut off comments. And I want to hear, what you guys have to say. Like it's encouraging. And I know not everybody's going to be nice or encouraging, but the encouraging comments are nice. Like the one lady, I can't remember her name, she left a couple of comments, one of which was an idea about reviewing other people's like camping videos. I don't know if that's ever been done, and I think it's a good idea. I just don't know how it would go over, but I think I'm still going to try it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to record much of the vacation in terms of to put it on the channel. I'll have to talk with my wife and see what she thinks. Um, but I do plan on doing some more camping during that time. Um, and again, probably in another 2 weeks. So, yeah, I think that's it for now. I don't have much else to say. So, I'm going to get back to the campsite. I'm going to whip out the food, make dinner, and then get ready for bed. Just sit back and relax, man. I haven't been able to like chill and relax in weeks. So, because of work and then school and then the business, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, see y'all back at the site. Sheesh. Well, I tried. That's love. That's love. bend. How did that happen? So I'm just realizing I left my pan and my plate on the counter at home. I have other stuff, but I don't have another plate. But I do have some utensils somewhere. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Blueberry cheese.
Yeah, let's go. We'll place. Okay. Please tap. This is.
he's back. Uh, nah, I'm just joking. I did want to talk about this little battery backup system here. So this is the Anchor Solix C800. It came as a free gift with something else that I bought from Anchor. And so far, I'm really enjoying this. I have a smaller one, I think it's the C300. Pretty small. I just basically use it as a UPS at home. But this one here being 800, or I think it's 700, 768 watt hours. This has been able to keep the light on here, which I'm really enjoying. This light bar, you guys have seen it throughout the video. It has 3 levels of brightness. It also comes with a 12-volt car socket. It also comes with 520 normal, house outlets. And these 2 USB-Cs, they actually share power. One is 100 and the other is 30. So I charge my iPad with this one, or if I have my MacBook, I can charge it from here, and then my phone and everything else from there. And then I'm not sure what these 2 are. I imagine they're 5s, but I'm not actually sure. I've never tested those. But so far, this thing has been really great. It's at 65%, and it was at 100% when I left the house. So I charged 2 camera batteries. I charged my light. I charged my phone. I charged, probably 2 or 3 other things throughout the day and then through the night. But it's a pretty cool system. I don't know what the actual output is. I don't know what the output is. I would imagine it's about double, but I don't actually know. So let me check into that and get back to you. Yeah, not super exciting. I enjoy batteries and battery technology and stuff like that. So um, just having a little unit like this that could do so much, yeah, it's just cool to me. So, all right, let's get on the road. Getting hungry, need some coffee. We're going to Buc-ee's. And yeah, I'm not on Anchor's, like, what do you call it? The list of people, affiliates, not affiliates, promoters, whatever they would be called. It'd be cool. It'd be awesome if I could one day, but I'm not. So I don't have like a code or a link or anything. So snap. You know what? I forgot. To get a stamp. Interesting. All right, wait, let me see. Fort Richardson. There we go. All right. I was in the wrong spot. Let's go get this sign. Man, I kind of feel bad. I think the guy I was just talking to was the guy who came out to fix the outlet, but he didn't have his hat on yesterday. So I was like, I'm looking and I'm like, I don't know if that's him or not. But anyway, yeah, so we got our stamp. We're going to do the usual. The date is Feb Site was good but small. I really enjoyed the view at the first site, but yeah, it just wasn't enough room. So food was good. The chicken was really good last night. Temperature was cool. Relaxed. Learned about the American Indian battles and Buffalo Soldiers, which that one's an interesting one. The Buffalo Soldier things. Yeah. That was. Yeah, that was interesting. All right. Now, let's get some breakfast and some coffee at the best place. No, I can't go to the best place. The best place is Cracker Barrel. Not that I can't go, just I don't want to sit down like that. So, the second best place that you can stop at, Buc-ee's. That's a personal opinion. Personal opinion. No, Buc-ee's isn't like the place that I would choose over other places for breakfast, but it's quick, it's on the way, and I can stop and get a little bit of supercharge while I'm going. So, yeah. This was good. Cue the music.
Bag up, Terry. Put in reverse, Terry. Put in reverse. Oh, Lord, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus.